remember, 6 months ago or something, I think it was, seeing, I think it was Rick Stein doing a lovely Greek oven omelette. Now, this has nothing to do with that, but it reminded me of the fact that I'd done this lovely omelette years and years and years ago, and I really, really enjoyed it. So it's nothing to do with Greece, it's nothing to do with Rick Stein. He just reminded me of how much I'd enjoyed this oven omelette. And there's nothing really big deal to it, and it's not a frittata. It's sort of halfway between a frittata, I suppose, and an omelette, in the sense that you put all the mixture of things in there. I've got about 4 or 5 spring onions there. I've got 6 small chat potatoes, which I've cooked until they're just tender, and I've got half a punnet of cherry tomatoes, which I've halved, and I'm just putting them in a gratin dish. And then on top of that, I will put some grated tasty cheese, quite a bit. So we're talking pretty simple stuff here, but it just, as I said, it just reminded me of the fact that I'd made one on the show years ago, not this show, one of my other shows, and how much I'd liked it. So thank you, Rick, for that. So you just flatten that down a bit. And then what we do is grab about half a dozen eggs. This is a lovely light lunch dish, and if you can open the egg packet, it gets even better. Oh, I like my jokes. I am so funny. So half a dozen, 6 to 8 eggs you need, actually. I think 6 at most will be enough for this. And a good splash of cream as well. And you can add some salt and pepper if you like. I'm not doing it today, and I'll tell you why. Because that particular cheese, I find, has got quite a salt content, and I cook the potatoes in salted water, so I'm not going to bother. And we just whisk that up, and if we think we need a bit more liquid, just throw in a couple more eggs. So starting off with 6. Make sure that they're well blended. And yes, I'm going to need more, so I'm going to make it 8. Alright, I'm just looking at that liquid. I can see that it needs a bit more. Now you know what'll happen, of course, it'll be far too much. So just whisk those in really well. And then just pour it over carefully. You don't want it to go all over the sides. Just like that. And then I always add a little bit more cheese at the end. And into the oven, 180 degrees, 15 or 20 minutes until it's risen and set. So you give it a bit of shake. You want it to be a little wobbly in the centre, because otherwise it'll be dry. But you certainly don't want it to be liquid. As I said, green salad alongside a lovely light lunch, and even a light dinner. Very tasty. Well, that's the end of today's show. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you'd like any recipes from today's show, please visit our website, hueyskitchen.com.au, for written recipes in our online shop, or send a stamped self-addressed envelope to PO Box 2219, St Kilda West, Victoria 3182, or visit 10.com.au/Huey to review today's show. Cheers.